Dollar General is the latest company facing backlash for its DEI rollback. The Atlanta area pastor who led the boycott against Target earlier this year is now turning focus to the discount giant. But his protest against Dollar General comes with some changes. Reverend Jamal Bryant, who's leading the Dollar General boycott, joins us now from Atlanta to speak about this. Good morning, Reverend. You're calling for this digital boycott on Dollar General. It's different from the efforts against Target. Explain what that is and why that is.
The reality is Dollar General, with intentionality, has focused on rural communities of 20,000 or less in the heartbeat of food deserts where people don't have options. And so we don't want to put a greater burden on those communities and those seniors who don't have access to food. And so if that's their only option, we're asking them to protest digitally through writing letters, through emails, through phone calls, and by posting on social media.
And why is that? What impact do you think it will have on these stores that, as you note, in many places, it's the only option in town to get food?
Yes, they've taken a monopoly, and as a consequence, they're taking advantage of disadvantaged people. 95% of the food in Dollar General is processed food. They're overpricing because they are free from any competition. It is really just putting their foot on the proverbial neck of poor and elderly rural people. 20,000 stores, and they don't have any contracts with Black farmers. And so we're gravely concerned that there's leading into unhealthy eating habits for those in our communities.
So it sounds like, as you note, the highly processed foods and the lack of working with Black contractors and suppliers, that your issue is bigger, it seems, than a recent rollback of DEI policies. Just help us understand your overall reason for targeting Dollar General now.
Dollar General is emblematic of what is wrong in so much of America. You're dealing with not livable wages for their employees, most of whom are part-time workers. Only 2% of those who are in executive level are African-American. They're overwhelmingly in majority of places where people don't have opportunities, and they've just given literacy classes, where financial literacy is really the order of the day. And so Dollar General, we believe, is not worth a dime because they're not really making an investment back into the community.
If we compare this to your efforts against Target, which were limited for a number of days, some other groups also were calling for a boycott of Target and other retailers, and Target's bottom line was impacted by that. On this front, you're setting this boycott to run through Labor Day. So what is the outcome you're looking for, especially when you're encouraging people to use social media to pressure the company to change policies? What could they do within this window?
One is offer healthier food choices, partner with Black farmers, as well as give a clear track so that those who are in menial opening positions will have access to climb the corporate ladder. We're looking not for a charity, we're looking for partnership. And Dollar General, who did over $40 billion last year, ought to open up their arms to be able to do that.
I'm curious if this is the first time that you've used your platform to call for boycotts against specific retailers, and if so, what's different now?
Yeah, I think that the climate is of such. This is the most effective boycott led by Black people in 70 years since the Montgomery bus boycott. With all that is taking place with tariffs, what's happening in the stock market, what's happening with the marginalized in America, I think that it's time that there is corporate responsibility and corporate accountability. And those who are in the working class in America are demanding it to be so. The dollar has got to stretch further and wider, and regrettably, is growing shorter.
It sounds like you're saying there could be more to come. I'm curious, what's next after this boycott?
Yeah, it is my hope that this is not just a boycott movement, but this is an awakening of consciousness. You've seen examples of Disney, of Levi's, of AT&T, who said they're not going to roll back. Costco and those companies who have stood tall on diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're seeing a profit margin that bespeaks what is the real heartbeat and the consciousness of this country.
Well, we'll continue to watch this closely. Reverend Jamal Bryant, we appreciate you joining us today. Thanks for your time.
Honored. Thank you so very much.
And in a statement to CBS News, Dollar General said this, quote, "Our mission is not serving some others, it's simply serving others, period. We are proud to serve millions of Americans from all backgrounds and walks of life in our 20,500 plus stores." They go on to say they offer everyday necessities at affordable prices, often in areas that other retailers have chosen not to serve. Likewise, we are proud to offer our employees respect and opportunity in a work environment built on the dignity and differences of each unique individual. They wrap up this statement by saying that they continuously evolve programs in support of the long-term interests of our customers, employees, and shareholders.